today you'll be following along in my life as we talk about artificial intelligence, sensing, communicating, and reasoning. Come along. So follow Pete along today. Here we go. Now we're going to enter my building and see what we've got going on here.
You know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Play the music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Pete.
How you guys doing?
Taking pictures.
No, I'm videotaping. Thank you.
Smile. You gotta smile.
You know, I always smile. What? Come on now. So as you can see, what used to require a door lock and a key to open the doors, now we have a smart swipe. We can swipe in after hours or when the doors are locked, and we can lock them down manually throughout the entire building. The nice thing about this is they have their own memory, and then the other information is stored on campus, so it feeds back and forth. So it's cool. All right, so we've all heard about the Roomba, the little electronic vacuum cleaner that self-charges. Well, we have one at the Wellness Center as well. Now, it is old, and it takes a lot of time to recharge, but I'm going to show you in action. And that's our Roomba. Next, vacuum cleaner. This is our version of the Roomba. Told you it's a little outdated. It's probably the T1 model from Terminator. Oh, hang on a minute, that might be my mom. Hang on, okay, it's not. So this is our version of the Roomba. Not really the best quality, but it'll do. Good. Sounds good. Hang on a minute, Scott. Seriously? I have no privacy even when I go to the bathroom. Well, let me show you guys something really interesting while we're here. Scott, give me a minute. So we have a sensored toilet as well that is used when we get up. We don't have to touch the handle. And then one of the coolest things is we have the Dyson Air Blades, so it doesn't require paper towels. We just stick our hands in there and they dry. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how some of our sensing and communicating works with some of our exam rooms. First off, we have our automated blood pressure machines, do pulse ox, temperature, and our standard blood pressures. So come on. So this is a standard exam room. What we have here is we have all of our equipment that is set up. So when a patient is seen, we can enter in all of the data electronically. Labs, x-rays, prescriptions are all digitally sent to the various locations, whether it's LabCorp, Radiology and Associates, what have you. And then that is all transmitted back to our servers and housed in big data so that we can use it for analysis and other analytical practices. So another lifestyle thing that we have is we have the Fitbits. You have like Apple Watch. And you have people interrupting me. I can't look at my video. And so those all feed analytical systems as well. And so for health and wellness and well-being, and that's used as an AI to determine my health, my blood pressure, and I'm probably getting a phone call from my doc right now because of my heart rate. Okay, now we're in our staff elevator. We need a swipe card. Again, it reads, locks various floors based on that read. Now what we're going to do is we're going to enter the mezzanine, which is the top floor of our facility. And there we have a lot of stuff. Come with me. All right, so now we're on the mezzanine. This is where we have all of our electrical equipment that runs the facility. Everything that we have has a circuit and a switch and a sensor. So for instance, if we're having a problem with an air handler, it'll pop a switch or a sensor. Those things are then tied back to maintenance on campus so that they could sit there and see what problems we're having internally with our air handlers, our air conditioning, our lighting, our electricity, what have you. So here's probably the coolest thing we have in the building. So this is our panel that tells us battery voltage and all of that when it comes to our generator and our utility lines that are coming in. Back before AI, this was done by a human. All of this data is also collected and reported electronically in a database on campus for review to see trends and analysis over time. Oh, hey, check this out. We got another housekeeper. So we're going to ask him how he uses AI kind of communication and sensing in his day-to-day job. By the way, this is Trent. So Trent, how do you use it?
Well, all of our job requests come onto our phone. So all the housekeepers, they have this app. And what we do is we go on the app and we look at the job request that's put in by the building or by the nurses or anywhere. And so we swipe and then we notify that either the job's been done or it hasn't been done. And that's how we get all our job requests.
That's awesome. I appreciate that, Trent. That makes my job so much easier. Now we can track and get data on what housekeeping is doing, what IT is doing, and what maintenance is doing. Hey, welcome. So this is my car. The great thing about my car is it has some artificial intelligence in it as well. So for instance, when our gas is low, our tire pressure is low, there's some exhaust issues, or that needs an oil change. We have a phone app that is on our phone. Sorry, let me turn down my music. That is on our phones that informs us that the car needs to be taken in for maintenance. Another great way technology is used in our lives with artificial intelligence. Here's another example. If you look at my camera, I have no need to turn around and find out where I'm at. The intelligence and sensing of backing up and things that are in your way help navigate when you're trying to pull out of parking spots. Remember back in the day where we used to have to use maps to go from one location to another, whether it was local or whether it was, traveling long distances. Now with GPS and the artificial intelligence, our phones now are the mini computers that tell us exactly where we need to go, when we're going to be there, and how long it's going to take. All right, guys. So it's been a pretty eventful day. We've talked a little bit about some of the things that are done within our facility, whether it be with sensing and communicating or even reasoning. Some of it is done internally and controlled internally, while other parts of it are controlled by campus. But all in all, these technological advancements that I showed today and part of my life at work have really helped streamline processes that we have within our facility. Also cost savings. Some of the things that I have at home include Fitbits, so when we go exercising and do other things like that. I have in my karate school, we have a bag that senses punch power and kick power, and we can collect that information. We start off with white belts, and by the time they're black belts, and see what those analysis look like over time. Are they getting stronger? Are they getting faster? Are they getting harder when it comes to their punches and kicks? Also at home, I have the cameras, I have security system, I have self-controlled or phone, tablet controlled, cable, internet, TV, you name it. So my house isn't necessarily the smartest house in the world, but it is fairly smart. And at home, I do have a Roomba as well. I have my wife and my son and daughter. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to follow me around today, and you have a great day.